Hey everyone, my name is Konstantin, I'm a full stack developer, and today I will continue improving and polishing my progressive app application built with Solid.js, Firebase services, and Tailwind CSS just recently. So I have a plan for today. My plan includes a lot of small improvements and fixes, which I actually excited about. Let me mention real quick what we are going to do. Last time I had an issue with importing CSS, external CSS file into my index CSS, the main CSS file, and I have a fix for that. So I'm going to apply it. I'm going to move CSS variables to the app shell because I want my app shell styles also use the CSS variables for colors. I'm going to improve the app shell so the user, when the internet connection is slow or something else happening with the internet, with the bandwidth or anything like that, so the user should see something like the application name, so they don't want to close the application, right? So I want to also refactor all the buttons. I want to extract the button part to a separate button component and just reuse it everywhere. I'd like to use my new loader component in the app component, the main app component, and I'd like to add some helpful messages, some helpful text to the application. First, for the application kind of slogan, so users could see what does it mean Ashtanga moon, what user can expect from the application, right? And the second message I'd like to add is close to the subscribe button, user needs to see what does this button mean actually, because what does it mean subscribe to what? In our particular case, it's a push message, right, for full and moon new dates. So I need to instruct user, I need to let the user know what the button is about. I'd like to update dependencies because we recently released 5.1 with some performance improvements, and someone of you in comments suggested using Virtual Geist font, and I actually tried using it for my particular application, but to not avail. So I could not actually use it through my Vite configuration. For some reason, I decided not to spend a lot of time on figuring out why it doesn't work. I just Googled and realized that other people also have issues with Vite and this font. But good thing is that people already submitted pull requests for this font to be included to the Google Fonts list, meaning that later I will be able to use it as a Google font. So let's wait and see. But for now, let's switch to my code changes. So let me first fix the issue I had last time with including files, external files to the main index CSS file. The problem I actually had was related to a typo in the file name. You see variables. It should be variables. So if I now include these files and just fix the file name, it should actually work. Let me do it. Comment out this manual stuff and rename the file variables. Okay, so when I run the application, I don't need emulators yet, so I can run it just through Vite. So I can close this, and you can see that we have colors here which are used through the variables. So we actually included from the external variables CSS. So I can remove it from here. So let me continue. What I want to do, actually for today, I plan to do it. I want to work a little bit on the application shell. Application shell is a technique in for progressive web apps when your internet connection is slow. You try to load the application the first time. You see some default styles, some default text, so you see that the application is functioning. To test that, I'm gonna use network throttling. So I will show you how now my application looks when the internet connection is slow. So I set it slow 3G, and I can reload the page to show you. You see the background, but you cannot see any text or anything else, like title, something like that. So I need to do something to improve that. So let me disable throttling for now. What I'd like to do is, first I'd like to move variables to the app shell. Actually, this is the first thing I want to do. Okay, and now I can use these variables for the app shell. Let me just move this comment here, save the file. For some reason it's not formatted. It's probably a prettier configuration issue, but yeah, not that important right now. So I'm going to use tertiary variable for the background and primary color for the text color, default text color. What else can we do here? I think it can be background color, not just background, would be more precise. Yeah, let me reload. Yeah, so it complains that that the file is empty, so I can remove it, and from here also. And I can actually move the font to the top. I don't think Tailwind CSS can somehow corrupt this import, so I don't think I need to move it to after the base, or define a layer, base layer, and put this import to the base layer. I don't think I need it, so I will just do it this way. So let me reload the page again and enable throttling. Fast 3G should be enough. So we see the color. I can check the color of the HTML. Let's scroll it up. Yeah, you see we are using color, primary color for color, text color, and tertiary color for background color, which is good. What else? I wanted to show you what Tailwind recommends doing. So instead of defining base layer classes for base layer instead of defining properties for CSS properties for HTML and body inside the base layer, they recommend adding HTML classes directly into the template. It's good technique, but it won't work for me, because if I load the application first time, my Tailwind CSS is not yet loaded, and I can actually confirm that. Just a second, I'm going to just copy this stuff and show you whether it's working or not. I will just put this to the HTML default styles here and disable these root styles here, and also disable these properties here. Let me try to reload the page and see. Yeah, I need to kind of refresh. No throttling. Yeah. Fast 3G. Let me reload the page. You see that the background is white because CSS is not yet loaded. And yeah, meaning that I need to have something before I load my Tailwind CSS classes, right? I need some app shell to be present even before that. So this approach is good, but it's not for me. So not for my particular case. That's why I still need application shell here. So let me actually copy these styles: text primary, background tertiary. Yes, text primary, background tertiary, exactly. They have this. I can actually comment out it. And font sense. The only thing we need to do is to set font sense before. But unfortunately, in most cases, the font which I import here won't be available. Roboto font won't be available for slow 3G and for 3G overall. So I need to come up with font family which would use default fonts which are already present in the system. So let me try to do it here. So I can actually copy font sans from Tailwind defaults, but I don't think it's a good idea. But yeah, okay, let's start from it. Tailwind font sans. Let's see. Because, yeah, I will explain why I have doubts about Tailwind default font sans stuff. UI sans serif, okay, is for, yeah, system UI, sans serif, okay, and then it's kind of operating system default fonts. So for Apple, Segoe, some operating systems may not have that, but still I think it's okay for me to have this, right? So I will try to do it the same way. I will define font family. Yeah, the only change will be that I will remind you what I did. I actually got default font family for sans from the Tailwind CSS and added to the top of the list Roboto font. So I'm going to do the same with a hope that my browser actually provides this Roboto font by default. Browsers sometimes are capable of caching fonts. For instance, you visited one site and it had Roboto font included, browser cached it. I can actually hope that the browser already have the Roboto font included for some reason from other sites or whatever. So I'm going to use this line here with the hope that Roboto is defined. If not, it will fall back to system default sans serif fonts depending on the operating system. So it should work. Let's see. I need to comment out this line as well. So let me reload. We don't have any text to check, right? Whether the font included or not. What I'm going to do is to move some header things to the index.html so that those components, those elements are loaded with the main template by default, and the rest will be added through JavaScript, through Solid.js. So some static stuff don't need to be loaded through Solid.js. So let me go to the application component, the main component, and see how my header look. My header actually includes h1 and the current date. What if I move the current date to the moon, close to the moon, so users could see that this date is actually is illustrated in the moon state. So let me try. Let me actually try and see if it works. This is the first change I want to do. Let me reload the page. Oh no, I need to disable throttling. You see that the date is closer to the moon, but still not that close. That's because of the flexbox settings here. I need to wrap the moon and the date into one div. So it's treated by the flexbox as a element. So you see that now they are close, but it's probably too close. What if I just add some margin 6, for instance? Yeah, now it looks better. So it's current date and current time. So what if they add time to this as well? Because would be good to see the time, but yeah, maybe later. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on that. I have a lot to do today. So now we can actually move the header from this application file to the index.html inside the root component, root element. Okay, here we have some styles, tailwind styles. We need to do something about them, but maybe later. You see that we moved them, which is good. You see the app name. To replace some variable inside the main index.html, I need to use environment variables, which with can inject into the main template. So first of all, I'm going to create an environment file, which I will actually commit to Git. I only need this environment file for the building the main page template. So, and the prefix for Vite is Vite app name will be my application name. But you can ask, we already have app name constant, which we actually use everywhere. Yes, we do. Let me show you how I can improve that. First, let's define it here. Then I can actually use import meta env and the variable name, and a fallback will be ashtangamon here. Let's keep the fallback just in case, but to be honest, I don't need it. You see that when the use dot, we see possible already available environment variables, but we cannot see white app name here. To fix that, we can actually add typing for that. So I'm going to Google Vite Vite environment variables. Okay, you see the default variables available through Vite are described here. If you are interested, you can go and see. I'm looking for a way to define types. Here is an example. Okay, you can copy this to vitenv.d.ts. Do I have this file here? Yes, I do. So I can put it here, Vite app name. Okay, it's read-only obviously, and I can save it and try to use it here. Yes, we can see Vite app name here, which means that, yeah, we have typing for it. And we know that it's string, basically, because we just define it. Which is good. We have proper typing for environment variable. So if you want to add one more, we can add it here. Let's continue. So how can I actually inject app environment variable here? Vite has this percent stuff. Let me see if it works. App name. I'm gonna reload the page. Yeah, you see that this variable is actually injected. It's not the only place we need to inject this app name actually. I always wanted to do it, but never had time. We have it here in the page title. So it's good to do this improvement, and we can actually remove these classes. We don't need them anymore. They were added for test purposes only. So what else? Of course, the browser, let me check the public, some manifest file and browser config may have, no, browser config for Windows operating system doesn't have application name, which is good. And what else? I think application manifest in the Vite config has the Ashtangamon app name. What if they try to use const app name here? Just define it from the process and Vite app name, and as a fallback here you can do Ashtangamon as well. But first, before they do that, I'm gonna test if it works. Okay. Okay, we will work on the description later on. Inject manifest. Okay, good. Let's try and see. Can also do this. Why not? So to actually enable manifest, I need to temporarily enable creating the PWA styles. So PWA disable false. Let's reload. We will roll back the comment later. I just want to test progressive application settings and the manifest settings. You see the name and short name is empty. So it's kind of not good, but I think I know how to fix that. I need a .env .env library to be imported. Let me Google just real quick. Vite config env variables. Okay, how can I use Vite? Yeah, Vite config. Yeah. Load env. Yes. We can actually import that. Good. Okay. Load env. Define config. Second solution. Okay. Let's follow the examples here. But actually, I wanna check if Vite official documentation has something about that, has an example of that. Vite configuring Vite. Okay, default config, which is nice. Is preview mode async config. Yeah, here they have an example actually, so I don't need to follow the Stack Overflow example. I can just use this one. Let me do the same. Okay. We don't need this. We can use this. Okay. And yeah, you need to move it down below. Yeah, replace it. Div plugins return. I need plugins section to be returned here, obviously. So before I export, I will just remove that. So okay, what we have here, file based on mod and current working directory is a default parameter. Okay. Okay, good. So parameter 2 to load. Let me check what's the third parameter, prefix. Okay, I want to load only with prefixed variables here, just for now. Okay, so I only load with environment variables based on the mod, because with allows you to have multiple environment files depending on your mode. So for instance, .env.development, .env.test, .env.production. Here for this application I have only one, so that's okay to have, to load based on the mode, but everything will be loaded anyway from the env file, I think. So let me check what I can load from here. I need app name, okay, and the variable which is gonna be available will be, just let me check Stack Overflow example. Okay, server port, they use it this way. Okay, define process and variables. Okay, I just don't know how to access that defined variable later on, but yeah, let's see. Let me use something like app name here. I will just try to access and see if it works. Okay. Good. Oh, good. You see these colors also. We will probably need to extract them to something else, like variable, additional environment variable or something like that. Not sure yet. Let's keep it this way for now. One step at a time. I don't want to improve everything at once, otherwise it would be too long video. So yeah, let me try to PWA config. We need it to be a function to pass this environment variable, I think. Yeah, PWA option, let's make it a function and pass application name to it to be able to use it later. So app name string, okay, and it's gonna be this. Yeah, we need to return this object from this function. Return, okay, save the file. Yeah, because it's partial. Okay, it's gonna be returned from this function. Okay, yeah, should be good. Now I can actually pass application name into the function, PWA options function, and I just don't need to define anything. I will just comment out it for now. Yeah, that should be enough for me to just use it this way. So okay, let me reload the app and try to see if anything changed here. Yeah, no, not yet. Let me check the manifest itself. What does it have? Name. It doesn't have any name for some reason. Okay, let's check if we can display to the console. Not sure. Yeah, undefined. It's actually undefined. Okay, load env mode. Let's also print out the mode. Development. Okay, it's development, so maybe it tries to load env.development. Let me check. I will just reload the app. No, development undefined. So it, oh, of course, well, it should be with prefixed. Yeah, yes, exactly, it should be with prefix, and now I can probably remove the development suffix from this file. I want this file be available to all the environments, development, production, doesn't matter. Yes, you see development Ashtangamon. So everything is fine here. We can actually reload the app and see the manifest, the updated manifest. No, not here. Application here. Let me clear the storage and reload again. The manifest still doesn't have the past. Yes, that's because I don't use app name here, but I should. App name. Sorry for the noise in the background. It's a fireworks. It's going to be a Chinese New Year soon here in my place. So yeah, this don't get too angry or annoyed from that by that. Okay, now it should work. Let me reload the app. I will probably need to restart the app and clear the app data. Reload the app. No, we don't see the name and short name, which is strange. Why so? Okay, I see why. Here I also need a prefix, right? Yeah, now it fixed. We have Ashtangamon name and short name to also Ashtangamon. So I will keep this comment here just in case I need this environment variable to pass as a kind of default configuration with configuration. So yeah, and if I need to add description, actually I do need to add description to this application, so I can actually also pass app description here. App, I wanted to do it next step, but why not to do it right now? So I'm going to just use this description here. Okay, and I need to pass this description. I'm going to change the description a little bit. Let me also pass a new corresponding something like slogan. Okay, app slogan. You can call it slogan. I need to add the corresponding variable to the end file here and use it everywhere later on. So let's say something like track full and new moon days with ease. Okay. Something like this. And Let me check if it works. Let me reload the page. Yeah, track full and new moon days with ease. Yeah, it's gonna be good. And I can actually use this slogan everywhere in the application. The same way I use the name of the application. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new application variable here, constant actually, app slogan. Okay, white app slogan. Let's make it empty by default. I will explain to you why I need it very soon. So it works here. I can close with configuration. It actually uses environment variables. And why do I need it? Because I want to add the application slogan to the top of my application shell, right under the header. So the subheader, something like h2 will be with app slogan. Okay, and let me see what happens. No, I don't see any changes. Maybe because I need to reload the app. Okay, I need network throttling. Nothing here. Why so? Header. It's not added for some reason. Okay, of course. And now, when I finished with progressive manifest, I need to disable progressive features, including manifest and service worker, because actually the problem I'm actually experiencing now is related to the fact that service worker cached everything. So I need to disable service worker to be able to test things with this. So I need to reload the app again. Close this. Let me reload the app here. First, I need to clear site app data. Yeah, now you see H2 with the app slogan. Unfortunately, default H2 styles are not suitable for me. And I also need to center stuff inside the header. So, because the header is a part of application shell, I'm going to add classes right here. So what we need, first we need to text align center. Reload the page. Let me switch to fast. Yeah, you see it's centered, which is good. Now I need to add styles for the header stuff. So header h1 is going to be the same as for the as when we have Tailwind styles. So I suggest us designing it in Tailwind, then copy and paste styles here. So I'm going to add classes here. Okay, I don't think I need block here now, but yeah, let's see. So it's not going to be bold, it's going to be text medium. let's check text medium, and my bottom is going to be 4, and top is going to be something like this. When I don't need, I just need bottom 4 here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, text bottom 4. Some refactoring here. Let's see. I need to disable, yeah, TruthLint for now, just to improve styles, and then just copy and paste them. I need the same styles which I'm going to use for Tailwind CSS. It should be exact copy. So yeah, what's the color is well suitable for this? I think the bottom margin should be something like 2 first. Yeah, something like this, and maybe we can even change the font family, but I don't want to change the font family. We can actually use leading for this part to make the text more readable. Let's check. Leading free, leading. No, leading is not what I wanted. I wanted the text. Let me go to Tailwind documentation and find font weight, font style, font style, something like this. Letter spacing. I need letter spacing. Actually, I need a little bit wider letter spacing. This is what I wanted to find. Okay, it's a little bit better. What if I add even wider? Yeah, something like this. What if it will be italic? Italic. No, I don't like it. What can we do about it? We can actually change the color, keep it white for now, and italic doesn't work. Maybe we can change the color to something like this bluish. Let's see if it works. Text secondary. Okay, text secondary. Yeah, it should be okay. So people pay attention to dates and to the caption, to this subtitle. I think it attracts attention. Okay, what if I just remove tracking? Just add this to remove it. Yeah, I don't think it changed a lot, but yeah. Yeah, maybe we can use text bold here. Text font bold. No, I don't like it either. So let's keep it this way, maybe for some time, until I come up with a better version. Okay. Yeah, and on mobiles, yeah, it's good, looks good. Okay, maybe I don't need track white if it. No, still need track white. So you see the header now, and the header has top margin and some styles for the header and the title and subtitle, right? We need to replicate these styles, these Tailwind styles, for the application shell. For them to be loaded when the application is loading through slow internet connection, right? So to do that, I will just copy settings from here. First, I'm going to copy margin top. Okay, just copy rule, something like this. This is for the header. Yeah. Some duplication of styles is totally okay. In our particular case, we want to achieve particular stuff, so we don't care much if it's duplicated or not. We need to achieve our goal, so copy property, paste. No, it's not that. It's not that. I don't know how to copy from here. Never copied it. I want to copy just Control C should work, and Control V always work better than this stuff, UI stuff sometimes. Yeah, it's not what I want. Yeah, good, excellent. We can copy header to values as well. Text secondary, color, and we need to create this header h2. Yep. What else remaining here? Letter spacing, like it. And also margin bottom. Margin bottom. Okay, margin. Can actually format this stuff. We can actually remove blank spaces from here. I don't want to do it right now, but yeah, can do it later. Maybe obfuscate this part somehow to remove, to make it, smaller, and consequently to make it load faster. But I think we are okay. We are talking about some milliseconds, which is not that a big deal. So good. And there are some default styles which can actually break stuff for me. Let's see. I'm gonna use network throttling. Yeah, you see some default styles. Actually, browser default styles. We need to set them to 0. Font size, line height, margin bottom. Okay, I will just copy as well and set to 0 the values which are not defined explicitly by me. Yeah, have to do that because browser has default styles. Font size, I define font size, which is good. Line height also defined. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Let me load the app in full offline mode. Okay, reload the page. Offline. No, it won't work without service worker offline, but yeah, let's use slow to be able to catch the default styles for the this stuff. Yeah, this probably, copy this. Yeah, and now I will be able to set defaults here. Font size, I define it explicitly. Margin block 0. Font weight, I don't need it. And actually, to be honest, I can actually use font weight bold here because it means the same as 700. So what else? here. What are default styles for H2? Let's otherwrite them too. So yeah, it's not like that hard, but still needs to be done. I don't need display. Let's use default font size. Yeah, this I need font size here to be set. And I need to set these margins to 0 because I use different approach. Font weight normal. Okay. I'm doing this because normalized CSS or modern normalized, which is included in the Tailwind CSS, won't be able to load while the initial template loads. So yeah, we need to do that, and we need to copy one more thing here. Yeah, text MD. Why text MD doesn't work? It's gonna be text base probably, not text MD. Text base. Yeah, text base. Let's see. I can disable throttling for now. Copy text base. Yeah, this is for text base. Here. Yeah, line height. Yeah, so we can remove it here. Yeah, font weight normal should be good now. Let's see, when we load with throttling, what we first see. Oh, we see the different font actually, which is okay. And something else here I see. Margin bottom, line height. Yeah, something else here. Maybe not here, but here. Yeah, margin bottom. Let's load in the slow 3G to see what else is loaded and why the distance between them is 0. Okay, yes, I know what's about. This margin stuff actually should be defined at the top, and I then otherwrite it with margin bottom. Yes, think like it should work like this. So first reset all the styles of the each browser provides, and then define our own. Let's reload one more time. You see the font is a little bit different. That's okay. That's not a big problem. But yeah, but the rest of the styles are identical. So it's almost not a big issue. So, and what else I can actually define? Because Solid just append to the root element, I cannot define a loader here. I can actually do it, but it should be defined inside the Solid.js, ideally. So I'm not going to improve this application shell right now further. It's okay as it is for now. Later I will be able to improve it more if I need it, but I think it's gonna be good. What I can actually do here also, I can actually load fonts, but I'm afraid the font is, because it's a separate file, will be loaded later. So we will still see this sort of a glitch when fonts change to another one. Or they can actually find one-to-one replacement, very similar font with the same letter spacing, etc. But it's hard to do. I'm not going to do it right now. I just discussing possible options I have, so I can actually finish with this stuff here. Remove the blank space. Yeah, I think I'm good with the application shell. Can load the fonts later. That's okay. Tell me in the comments if you think I need to load fonts inside the main template to work as an app shell. I'm not sure how browsers actually cache fonts. Maybe they have some sort of as I mentioned, a storage for fonts, which they actually cache. It's like a common storage for all fonts from all sites. Maybe, I don't know. So can close this stuff. Can close this stuff. I think, yeah, I can even remove this. I don't need it any. Yeah, it's getting more and more cleaner, the application code and the styles in particular, especially with Tailwind. Tailwind actually reduces the amount of styles we need to import and use, because it provides a lot of good styling defaults, etc. So I'm going to disable network throttling. Yeah. Okay, close the Tailwind documentation. Let me switch to my plan. What else remaining for today? I finished application shell. I moved CSS variables to the application shell. I fixed the CSS import bug. Now I need to go deeper to the code, and I'd like to first do the easiest thing. I have a loading indicator inside the application, and it's kind of custom. You see this loading indicator here. So what if we just use our loading component which we created recently? Okay, loading. Yeah, let me import it. Save the file and reload the app. We don't even see this loading indicator at all. I think it's because current phase is never undefined, because this on mount happens before the application elements, the Solid.js application elements are generated, right? So yeah, we can still keep it, but I don't think we need it. We can actually display some loading indicator in the application shell. That actually makes sense. But because the Solid approach is, as I mentioned, it appends. Just let me show you the index.html again. So Solid.js actually appends to the root element, so it will append to the next to the header. So the content will be here. So I need some way to either replace the loading indicator or do something else. What I think I can do is to actually extract the header from the root element, because why not? It's an application shell, and the Tailwind classes will be still available, I think. Let's see. Oh no, it's because, yeah, we have some flexbox settings. Okay, let's keep it inside the root. I will improve it later if I need it. there are some options, you see. You can further improve this. So what I can do here is just remove this stuff, the clauses, because oh no, I can actually keep them. Let's keep them because Tailwind CSS actually, yeah, we'll use them when the application loads. We need them here defined because Tailwind CSS actually scans the entire application and tries to find the classes used and include them into the production build CSS. If you don't use them here, Tailwind CSS may not include these classes into the application, so we still need them, I think, at least for this app shell. Let's keep it for now. So yeah, I just replaced the custom loader with my loader component, and I actually added app slogan already. What I need to do, I need to add some subscription button description. Okay, let me go to action panel, and right behind after the subscription control, it should be some text. Okay, and the text is gonna be displayed only when the state is already defined. The state is already known. So when we let me just think for a moment how to do it, how to improve it. Move control. So I'm thinking about adding text right here, but if we display loading indicator and we want to display this text, whether I will show you what I mean. Okay, let me name it something like logging and subscribe to receive push 1 day how to say 1 day before the full or moon or new moon date. Okay, login and subscribe to receive push notification 1 day before full or new moon date. Okay, yeah, I don't like the language here, but yeah, I need to do something. I will show you. I will come up with the better stuff later on. For now, yeah, it's gonna be not row but column rather. Maybe I can extract this text to something like this, and it's gonna be fragment, or it can be div. Let's see how it looks. You see, yeah, this message, we need to make this message gray first of all. Class text gray, Tailwind class. I don't remember the exact class name, but let's check if it works. No. Okay, let's check. Tailwind text gray, text color, text gray with A actually. Okay, with A. Yeah, you see it's yeah, yeah, I need to make it even grayer to say. Yeah, I need to add some opacity as well. Opacity, let's say 20%, or maybe even like 80, opposite. Okay, 60. I wanna be 60, 50. Yeah, 50 is okay actually. Text center. Yeah, text center. It's good. Need to set it something like width v small. Let's check. I want to set it to something limited, like no, it doesn't have anything like that here. That's okay. I will just use 28. 28 is too little. Yeah, I need something more. 80 maybe. It is okay, I think. Maybe, yeah. But one thing I need to change is max. It's gonna be max width, because we want it to be scalable on mobiles in case we need to scale it, and it can be 90 if it's possible. No, it's not possible. Let me let me search for max width and see what values we have here. The same value. So yeah, this is what I wanted actually. So I wanted something like, yeah, something like this. Max width 6 large, okay, or 5 large. Now I can actually adjust the app. 5 large, 4 large, 4 large. No, 4 too much. Maybe 3. What's happening? Why it doesn't work? That's strange. Let me check. Yeah, max wide. Yeah, good. And I wanna align items center to. Why text center doesn't work? I wonder. That's strange, actually. Text center should work, actually. And it actually works. I just need some margin X auto to center this text. Yeah. You see. Yeah, and it's gonna be small text too. Text, small. Not that small. Okay, let's keep it base. All right. So the problem with this, if when I log in, or then I already logged in, you see the loading indicator. See push, okay. Form on new date. Okay. Let me think. What can I do? First I want to be a little bit lighter, I think. Can be even, I don't know, text gray, text color. Okay, what am I gonna do here? Text gray 100 should be fine, actually. Why I don't like it still? Because of the opacity. Yeah, probably. Yeah, something like this. And what if I make it 2XL, or maybe even XL? Yeah, now it works large. Yeah, something like this should work, but even can be even smaller. Yeah, this, I like this now. And now it can be text small, actually. Text small. Some helpful text here. Just good. Yeah. User. Okay, if user is undefined. Yep. I know the condition, the proper condition. We can actually use show here and use the following condition. Undefined, and here it's gonna be this. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it actually works. While the authentication button is loading, the authentication state is loading, we don't display this text. But because of that, we have this jumping of the content, right? So we need to either set the default height for the button or put the, or do something else. What should I do? I have no idea what's better. But I need to display this text later. So okay, let's keep it this way. A small jump is okay, actually. So when I on mobile, it's going to be looking like this. Let me remove this bar again. Yeah, and it needs, it definitely needs some padding, at least padding, x padding, because it do not reach the borders of the mobile device. Yeah, for this text. And actually I need some slight padding at the top. Yeah, to a little bit separate it from the button visually. Well, it's good. It's gonna be good, I think. Later I will be able to improve it. And now it's okay. I don't like the. Okay, let's use primary color here, and the primary color here is white. So if I, and white with opacity 70 should be grayish, kind of. So should be slightly gray. Yeah, and it's what I want to be. Yeah, a little bit more marking. Padding, actually, they don't have padding 4, but they have padding 5, no? Let's check what Tailwind have for padding. Padding... it does have padding 4. So I can keep 4 for now, it's okay. Yep, it's gonna be good. Yep, perfect. I will improve it later on. For now it's okay. Let me come back to my plan for today. One small thing to do is to refactor buttons and also update dependencies. To update dependencies, it's really quick, but I need Yarn again, because Yarn can upgrade dependencies to the latest with no issues, unlike npm. While it's upgrading dependencies, install dependencies, and then I instruct the Yarn to run the upgrade. While it does it, it's doing it, I will just refactor buttons. Okay, so I have 3 buttons. I will create a new component, button component, ts6. Let me copy one button code to the new component, const button. I will need to probably merge props later on, but for now it's okay. So what are the props? The props will be interface props, and the first prop is on click, because it's button. We can do something like event mouse event HTML button element. Oh, actually, the Solid.js doesn't have mouse event. Yeah, I don't remember what I used for. Yeah, let me come back to the click handler. I just use any. Okay, let's just use any. Not a good idea, but still, at least something. It's gonna be void here. On click, what else? The title should be string. Yeah, title. What else? Icon is gonna be component. I don't know how to define a component in Solid.js, if they have but it can actually be children, so it can be a children. Okay, so props, props on click here, click here, props on click, props on click, children here. Yeah, props children, and title, props title. I'm not sure if it's work. Yeah, title, we'll check now. export default button. People don't like default exports. I don't care what people don't like. I like them. So the title is gonna be used the same here. Yeah. For now it's okay, just a default button with text primary, with border primary, but I actually need a condition to switch from standard button from primary to secondary button. Okay, so the type here will be either primary or secondary. Okay, and we are going to use CLX tool, which I added for last time, CLX, to actually combine classes, to merge them. As I mentioned, Tailwind has a plugin called Tailwind Merge, which is wiser, but in my particular case I don't need it. I explained why last time. So it's gonna be a conditional styling here. So if the type is primary, we are going to props type, of course. Props type. Yeah, props type primary. We are going to set border primary and what else? Text primary. Otherwise, it's gonna be secondary, right? But for the secondary, we use different color actually. Border quarterly. Okay, quarterly. And text quarterly. Okay, why is it complaining? Do you know? I don't. Okay, we can do this way. We don't need. Yes. So yeah, now we can pass the type of the button, and yeah, I think we are more or less ready to migrate to the new button component. Let me close the stuff which I don't need anymore. So the first button will be AUF button, of course, and it's gonna be button, and it should have children. The children will be sign in icon. Okay, and the props type first type is gonna be primary. The on click handler is handle sign in click, and the title is gonna be sign in. Yep. Now we can actually try to remove the button. Okay, let me reload the app and see if it helped. I need to run the app first. Yeah, it works. So button component. Now we need to apply the same changes to the subscribe control. The subscribe button will be primary. The handler on-click handler will be different, and the title will be subscribe, and what else? And the icon will be different, of course. Now I can remove the old button, import the new button, save the file. Yep. Now we can use it for the unsubscribe button as well. It's gonna be secondary, and the icon will be tertiary. Not tertiary, quaternary actually. And the title is unsubscribe, and the click handler is gonna be handle unsubscribe click. Now I can remove the old button, save the file. To test that, I need to run emulators, but first, because I already started that, I'm going to upgrade my dependencies to the latest through Vite, not through Vite, Yarn. Sorry. Yeah. So what else can I improve here? I don't think I have anything. I should be good. I can improve conditioning here for the show, but it's more or less good. Let's wait until the Yarn upgrades everything to the latest versions. I mean the dependencies. Here, okay, let me Google Solid.js pass children. Let's see how to do it the proper way. Children pass children. Yeah, ideally. Helper inside. We need to use children helper. In my particular case, I don't need to execute the children, but if I would need to execute, execute the dependencies for a rendering, I would need to use the children helper probably. Yeah, I think so. Let's see what else. Children now. So yeah. And what the type for on-click handler? Let me Google Solid.js on-click type. Okay, event handler, Solid.js types. Okay. No, it doesn't say anything meaningful. TypeScript. Okay. Mouse event. Should I use mouse event here? But it says it's undefined. If I try to use it here, so not sure if it works. Let's try, actually. I'm curious. Event, mouse event, okay. It actually works. That's fine. Doesn't complain, at least. So let me check if my dependency is actually up to date. Yes, they are. Now I'm going to run the app to test. Run dev. I forgot I used npm for this project. I just use Yarn for others, so yeah, I think we are good. Everything more or less working here. We can test the full application. Now can remove the yarn lock file because I use yarn only for upgrading dependencies. Okay. And we can actually use mouse handlers here too. Mouse event. Okay. Can edit real quick everywhere. I don't have a lot of handlers, just oof and subscription. And now we will probably have prevent default. Yes, auto completion. I like that. I always learn something new every time I record video and try to develop something together with you. So let me run the emulator suite to finally test everything. Emulators and build the app. Build in watch mode. Let's wait and see. I can close the tabs for now. So it's gonna be loaded through localhost 5000. Yeah, it complains. You see that it complains about the bundle size. Yeah, it's another topic. We can actually work on the refactoring later on. Maybe try to extract some dependencies to a separate bundle to make the main bundle smaller. It's another story. So let's try to sign in to test the buttons, the changes they introduced to the buttons. Yeah, you see subscribe button is okay. When I click the button, yeah, unsubscribe. It's good. Login and subscribe to receive push notifications 1 day before full or new Monday. If I use notifications, I need to use and, I think. So I will just add to the, yeah, I need, because notifications is plural, and I'm going to send 2 notifications actually, when it's full and when it's new Monday. Yeah, it's loading. Slow for some reason. Maybe something wrong happening. Let me reload the app again. Why it's not loading the button? Yeah, that's probably because the stuff I mentioned. I don't know. Maybe I need to use some primitive which Solid.js provides for buttons, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I need to do it. Just it should work actually. You see 2 loading indicators at some point, which is strange. Yeah, I need to improve this stuff a bit later on still. Yeah. Is user subscribed? Is user authenticated? What changed here? Okay, what I see what changed. I think I changed something, but I'm not sure. Let me reload the app again, just rebuild it. It doesn't work for some reason. Oh, that's nice. What did I change? Let me check. The git history actually. Git history helps when I did a lot of changes. Ideally, I need to make a new commit for every change. But yeah. Subscribe. So what I changed here. Yeah. I changed the condition for subscribe control, and in action panel probably it was a wrong idea. Can actually fix it again and run the app again. I don't have enough time to investigate properly. Just wanna roll back to previous state. Yeah, now it works. If I reload the page, you see subscribe, can subscribe. When I clear application data and reload the page, I see sign in button, I can log in. So it works the same way. Yeah, and subscribe button. Yeah, all good. Works as expected. So let me quickly summarize what I've done today. I fixed a CSS import bug, and actually I didn't need that fix because I moved CSS variables to the application shell. I actually improved the application shell by extracting the header to the app shell from the Solid.js application to be able to show this app shell, the header, to the user on the slow internet connection. So yeah, it's an improvement indeed. I also refactored buttons, extracted all buttons to a button component and make this component reusable through introducing type property. I used loader in the app component. It's a small improvement, but still. I added app slogan to the top next to the app header, app title actually. And I actually added some helpful message at the bottom next to the login and subscription button to kind of encourage people to log in and sign in. Before, they didn't know why they need to log in. Now they know if they want to receive push notifications 1 day before full moon or new moon, they need to sign in and subscribe. I also upgraded dependencies with a well-proven way with Yarn, and I actually addressed the suggestion you guys left in comments under my previous video. You suggested using Versal Geist font. I'd rather wait until it's included in the Google fonts and use it from the Google fonts, because yeah, it will be optimized way of doing stuff, and I don't need to import any other dependencies myself because they don't always work for my particular configuration, for my particular Vite configuration, because they are aimed, this particular library and this particular font is aimed to be used from a Next.js application. I'm not using Next.js here, so it's not my solution. Anyway, we've done a lot today. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a long ride, but I hope it was worth it, and I hope you learned something with me, because I've actually learned a couple of things. So, and every time I learn something new, yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much, guys, who actually watch my videos and who encourage me to learn some new stuff and show it to you. Thanks again. See you next time.